Chapter 2170, I admit defeat. Chapter 2170, I admit defeat. People immediately looked over when someone challenged human race Yi Mo again. Although they knew people would eventually challenge human race, they didn't expect it was abyssal race. Yi Mo frowned. He had things to discuss with them, but they wanted his spots. This wasn't the Tao Essence Divine Emperor. He was watching, but they would be sure to have conflict. Yi Mo didn't want conflict with the abyssal race, but he had no choice. He got up without hesitation. Don't even dream about taking the human race spots. As for your challenge, I accept. Seeing Yi Mo not ask for abyssal race spots and just accepted the challenge, people on the side were confused. When Demon Race challenged Yi Mo chose to challenge them too and took 5 spots from them. Now that Yi Mo didn't challenge them back, it was really strange. Was it that this Tao Actualization Divine Emperor knew abyssal race was the strongest and didn't dare to anger them too much? Zhongli Huoyin was Tao Essence Peak Stage Power. He was from the abyssal race, but he didn't look like one at all. He carried cold chi, but his body was very material. His face was ruddy. He seemed more like a human. When the stage restrictions were activated, he didn't attack immediately, and instead looked at Yi Mo and asked, "Is the purple sword you took out before a primordial spirit artifact?" Yi Mo's face sunk. He wanted to connect with the abyssal race, but this didn't mean they could sit on his head. Zhongli, who clearly wanted his Zisu, and thus came to challenge him. This guy was probably scared of Zisu being taken away, but also didn't want to rob something that wasn't a primordial spirit artifact and cause misunderstanding. I can answer the question, but you need to answer my question too. Yi Mo said emotionlessly. Zhongli, who frowned and said in contempt, "What thing do you think you are? You dare to ask me a question? Hurry up and answer. Just because you have a spirit sense cultivation method for sneak attacks doesn't mean you're strong." This arrogant guy that he used spirit sense cultivation method to kill Gong Xiang. Realizing this, Yi Mo knew Zhongli, who was the one who ambushed him with spirit sense. No wonder he was so bald to come challenge him. Yi Mo couldn't even be bothered talking. He released Zisu and extended his primary form of realm. When Yi Mo didn't ask for abyssal race spots, Zhongli, who knew that Yi Mo was concerned with him or the abyssal race. He didn't expect the Tao Actualization Divine Emperor, who was scared of his race dare, to attack first. Zhongli, who extended his powerful realm domain. Most of the people at Tao Essence already had somewhat of a realm domain. Meanwhile, Primordial Essence Divine Emperor's realm domain was pretty much formed and almost about to become a realm. Zhongli, who attacked with full power, not holding back. This question had been in Yi Mo's mind for countless years, and now that he could ask, he asked immediately, if a cultivator died, would his soul appear in the abyssal realm? Zhongli Huoyin didn't expect Yi Mo to ask such a simple question. He immediately answered, not necessarily. Most cultivators die, with their soul annihilated. Only a small portion of cultivators' soul appear in the abyssal realm. Then, through cultivation, they would be converted to the abyssal race, or they would go through the reincarnation bridge for their next life. Is this reincarnation controlled by the abyssal realm? No. The reincarnation bridge is in the abyssal realm, but no one controls it. The abyssal realm can't control the reincarnation of cultivator souls. Then who's in control? Something we don't know. It's just like divine damnation. There's heaven Tao controlling it. Zhongli Huoyin was scared Yi Mo wasn't happy with his answer, and added, but because the reincarnation bridge is in the abyssal realm, souls that survive would be swept into the abyssal realm. The cultivators of the abyssal realm would grab these souls for cultivation or keeping or forgery. Hearing this, Yi Mo frowned. Wanqing was only golden core state. If her soul fell into the abyssal realm, it was more likely her soul was annihilated. Plus, her soul might have not gone to the abyssal realm. How do cultivators' souls go to the abyssal realm after death? Any realm has a portal to the abyssal realm. This portal only allows souls to pass through after ordinary cultivators die. If they don't convert to ghost cultivators, then they would find other places in the immortal realm and then enter reincarnation. Zhongli Huoyin said, souls travel very fast and can ignore ordinary barrier. Even if the tunnel to the abyssal realm is far, they can find it in a very short time. Yi Mo thought of Swamp Shadow Valley. That was probably Shincheong Continent's portal to the abyssal realm. The abyssal realm was colossal, even bigger than the divine Tao realm. How do you enter the abyssal realm? Yi Mo asked. Yi Mo pointed at the people outside. It's not easy for other races to enter the abyssal realm, but now everyone are waiting for us to go out. If immortal friends ye have other questions, you can come to me after the Tao Fruit Tower gathering. Yi Mo knew he had more than just a few questions, and they were still indeed inside the battle stage. Seeing Zhongli Huoyin walk out, the other two Tao Essence Divine Emperors of the abyssal realm breathed easy. Regardless, it was good that Yi Mo didn't kill Zhongli Huoyin. When they heard that they needed to give 5 spots to the human race, they did so without hesitation. No one expected that at this stage. The human race had 44 spots. Luo Qinghe and Wang Nanshuang were extremely excited seeing Yi Mo win back 5 more spots. They didn't expect this gathering to be this safe and simple. Chapter 2172 Dust Settles. Chapter 2172 Dust Settles. Kong Han knew what Yi Mo was thinking of course, and said plainly, if all 3 representatives of a race die, then their permanent spots will be dealt with as extra spots. Hearing this, Yi Mo realized that the human race's permanent spots were made extra like this. But Kong Han Divine Emperor said, if the race has no extra spots and only has permanent spots, then they're not allowed to be challenged. Unless they challenge you first, there's no way you can challenge them. Thank you for enlightening me, Kong Han Divine Emperor Master. I understand. Yi Mo saluted with his fists, cursed the idiot who represented the human race. He definitely challenged someone and thus lost all the spots. At this moment, Xing Hong's voice sounded, Pill Divine, ye be careful. That blood race Tao Essence Divine Emperor is on the divine rank. Be careful. Yi Mo stared at the Tao Essence blood race and finally realized why he was confident to challenge him. The blood race Tao Essence was ready to challenge Yi Mo, but hearing what Yi Mo said, he stopped. He was on the divine rank indeed, but he was ranked at the back. Seeing Yi Mo's 2 previous battles, he had no confidence in beating Yi Mo. He challenged Yi Mo to suck up to the demon race. Even if he was defeated, he could give something good to ask Yi Mo to let him live like Zhongli Huoyin. He felt that even if he was weaker than Yi Mo, his forbidden arts would make Yi Mo concerned. That's why he planned to come up. Now that Yi Mo said he would annihilate all 3 divine emperors of the blood race and kick them out of the Tao Fruit Tower, he was concerned. Even if he felt he was stronger than Yi Mo, he couldn't afford to gamble. If the blood race lost their Tao Fruit Tower rights, then they would decline and maybe even become extinct. Many divine emperors of his race existed due to the Tao fruit from the Tao Fruit Tower. He didn't dare to make such risk. That's how the human race fell into decline. The human race was huge and had many talents. Even after being in decline for countless years, an insane prodigy like Yi Mo arose. The blood race didn't have that confidence. If they declined, then they would truly decline and maybe disappear from the universe. Seeing this blood race Tao essence sit down, the demon Tao essence's eyes were filled with disappointment. He wanted to see Yi Mo kill the blood race Tao essence and then draw more hate to the human race. Even if human race got more spots, he would still join up with other races to kill Yi-Mo after the tower opened. At Yi-Mo's level, ordinary Tao Essence Divine Emperor had no threats to him. Those who could threaten him were only half Primordial Essence or Primordial Essence Divine Emperor. Even Demon Race couldn't casually call over a Primordial Essence Divine Emperor to the Void Marketplace to kill Yi-Mo. No one scorned the Blood Race Tao Essence for backing out. He did seem weaker than Yi-Mo. Chapter 2175 Escaped Poverty. Chapter 2175 Escaped Poverty. The first round of bids soon came in. Most bids just wanted one spot, and the value was about 1 billion God crystals and some other things. Yi-Mo didn't want these things at all, so he wouldn't agree. Yi-Mo saw that one Jade card wanted 5 spots, and the bid was 1 extreme grade God Spirit range and 1 top grade God Spirit range, as well as 10 billion God crystals. Yi-Mo immediately knew this price was fine. Yi-Mo returned all the Jade cards back and said the first round has concluded. Immortal Friends 37 has bought 5 spots. As soon as Yi-Mo said this, Yi-Mo sent 5 spot Jade cards to a short-haired man. These are Jade cards made by me. When the Tao Fruit Tower opens, anyone can take these and go to the human race. The short-haired man quickly gave Yi-Mo a storage ring and left the palace rapidly. Yi-Mo said that anyone could use the Jade cards, meaning that he only recognized Jade cards, not the people who bought it. With 5 spots gone in the first round, no one dared to bid 1 billion God crystals at the second round. They bid much higher prices. The second round, Yi-Mo sold 2 spots. The less spots there were, the higher the bid Yi-Mo got. When all 13 spots were gone, Yi-Mo got 30 billion God crystals, 2 extreme grade God Spirit range in total, and 3 more top grade God Spirit range, as well as some God Spirit herb and high-level forgery materials. Finally, Yi-Mo felt he was a little wealthier. At least, he wouldn't be so shocked to see just 10 billion God crystals. Yi-Mo was planning to sell some of his pills after selling these spots, but since the spots alone earned him so much, he gave up on the idea. He could sell these things anywhere. Congratulations, Pill Divine Yi. Xinghong walked up to Yi-Mo and said he didn't know how much Yi-Mo earned, but he knew it wasn't little. I'm finally not poor anymore. Yi-Mo felt great. Xinghong didn't ask about Yi-Mo's pill concoction and just said, I'm going back to the Merchant Tower. If you need me, Pill Divine, just call the attendants at the Immortal Rest Tower. Yi-Mo gave the storage ring Xinghong gave him before back to him. The pills are made. See if they're okay, Brother Xing? Xinghong had long wanted to ask Yi-Mo about the pills, but he was too embarrassed to. Now that Yi-Mo said they were ready, he almost called out. He grabbed the storage ring and took out a few jade bottles from inside. 6 God Cloud pill, extreme grade. 6 North Soul pills, extreme grade. When Xinghong saw it was all extreme grade pills, his hands were shaky. He had never seen God pills of this quality. This wasn't ordinary God pill. These were God pill for Tao Essence Divine Emperor. 6 extreme grade Cosmic Doa pill. When Xinghong saw these, he finally couldn't hold in his excitement. PM Divine, you really successfully made the Cosmic Tao pill. They're extreme grade too. How did you do it? There was a shocking God Essence explosion that spread across the God rank square. The Tao Essence fighting, Yi-Mo stopped a lightning spear and released his heaven-smashing hammer at Yi-Mo. Yi-Mo went in instead. This time, he didn't use any magic artifact and just punched. The Aquarius Tao Essence rejoiced seeing that Yi-Mo was using his fists to clash with his magic artifact. The hammer sped up and instantly clashed with Yi-Mo's fist. The fist became huge with the surrounding of God Essence. The clash created space ripples. Another explosion sounded, but the hammer was actually stopped by Yi-Mo's fists. Yimo's fist force was unstoppable. This Aquarius Tao Essence's face went into extreme shock. He didn't expect Yimo's punch would smash away his god artifact. At the same time, a water domain rose up again before Yimo's fist. This was his final defense god art. Ordinary god artifacts wouldn't be able to break it open quickly. This was his life-saving god art. Rumble. Yimo's fist force smashed onto the water domain, and the water domain instantly exploded. Each drop of water splashed out like a boundless, huge mountain. Before the Tao Essence could understand how Yi-Mo broke his god art, the void fist force struck on his body, smashing half of his body away. Divine body, the Tao Essence called out in extreme shock. He retreated like crazy. Although the water domain god art was broken, but he still survived. He finally realized why Yimo's fist was this powerful. This pill divine, Yi was a body refinement cultivator of the extreme peak. He reached the legendary divine body level. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. She didn't look old and was Tao actualization peak stage. Even though Tao actualization was the peak of the first step of Tao vindication, it was still the first step. Tao Essence Divine Emperor was the second step. The difference was heavens apart. Even if she was ranked 46th, it was hard to stop that Tao Essence Divine Emperor for a while. Not everyone had his cultivation method and fortunes. Qin Xuanji knew Yimo's confusion and said, "I've been adventuring in the cosmos and had some fortune. My cultivation level is higher than before, so I'm guessing now that I can be ranked in God, ranked top 10. Hearing this, Yi-Mo nodded. God ranked top 10. They can't defeat Tao Essence Divine Emperor, but they would be able to stop the Aquarius race Tao Essence Divine Emperor for a while. Top 10. Luo Qinghe took in a cold breath. He knew better than Yi-Mo what top 10 God rank meant. Every one of them were a shocking existence. Let's not talk about this yet. Tell me what happened. Yi-Mo was going to reason at the Void Marketplace Guest Palace. He needed to know the exact situation. He knew that the human race Divine Emperor wouldn't be stupid enough to offend the Aquarius race, but he still didn't know how they started fighting. Qin Xuanji immediately said, "Martial Brother Yi, after I came to the Void Marketplace a year ago to find out about the Tao Fruit Tower news, I left. I didn't know about Martial Brother Yi representing human race in Tao Fruit Tower spot distribution. As soon as I came back, I was challenged by an Aquarius race Divine Emperor on the God rank. He was higher ranked than me, but I was stronger than him. He wanted to kill me non-stop, so I didn't hold back and killed him." Luo Qinghe said, "Aquarius race Tao actualization Divine Emperor challenged Martial Sister Xuanji, probably because they were unhappy with the human race. I think it might be related to the demon race." Yi-Mo felt this conflict was very strange. Even if there was a conflict, it should be between the human and demon race. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2179 Resolution. Chapter 2179 Resolution. Yi-Mo realized at the spot distribution gathering there was an Aquarius Tao Essence Divine Emperor who wanted to challenge him, but because of his threats, they backed out for some reason. Now that an Aquarius God ranked Divine Emperor wanted to challenge Qin Xuanji, it was clearly to give him a warning. Being killed on the God rank challenge stage was something that no one could get revenge. The reason that Gong Xiang dared to attack Luo Qinghe was Bo's human race was too weak, and they had no leader. Now, that human race had a leader, Yi-Mo. They needed a proper reason. Then, did the Aquarius race Tao Essence Divine Emperor attack? Yimo asked. Qin Xuanji said they didn't attack directly, but a Tao Essence Divine Emperor was extremely furious. He said that I shamelessly ambushed during the battle and threatened me that the Aquarius race wouldn't let this go. I knew the Aquarius race was powerful and resisted the urge to argue with him. Another human race Tao Nourishment Divine Emperor on the side said that the Aquarius race started the challenge and lost. Then their Tao Essence Divine Emperor comes out. They're really shameless. Luo Qinghe saw Yimo looked at him, and he added that Tao Nourishment Divine Emperor is Immortal Goddess Sacred Sect Yuehe Divine Emperor. She said that, and the Aquarius race Tao Essence Divine Emperor was furious and just killed her. Qin Xuanji said dejectedly, seeing someone speak for me and get killed, I immediately attacked that Tao Essence Divine Emperor. However, this was all calculated. That Tao Essence Divine Emperor seemingly killed Yuehe Divine Emperor in anger, but he was waiting for me to attack. In fact, even if Martial Sister Xuanji didn't attack, Martial Sister Nanshuang charged up already. Luo Qinghe sighed. Then Yimo thought and asked, did more and more people from both sides join the battle, eventually getting to that situation? Yes. The two nodded. Seeing Wang Nanshuang come over here, Yimo immediately said, Qinghe, Xuanji, and Nanshuang come with me to the Void Marketplace guest hall. Pill Divine Yi, I'll go with you too. It was a human Tao Essence Divine Emperor speaking. At the battle, one was him, and the other was the great Sun God Mountain Tao Essence Divine Emperor. The great Sun God Mountain Tao Essence Divine Emperor seemed to know Yimo detested him and didn't come over. Luo Qinghe said, Martial Brother Yi, this is Su Feng Qianbei, who has always been staying Jin the Void Marketplace. We've all been taken care by him many times. Okay, then you four come with me. Yimo then called Dong and Xian Yushue over for them to gather the humans at the square to distribute the spots after he was done. Because of this, more and more human races cultivators came to the square. Pill Divine, Yi, I'm late, count me in. Qiao he landed in here with a dashing light. He was very annoyed that he didn't go to the battle. Yimo set up a few restrictions and formations enclosing this area before saying, in the battle just then, our human race lost tens of divine emperors, but were united in the Void Marketplace and didn't lose face. In this battle, we've gotten more than 100 storage rings and some small worlds. There are many cultivation resources inside. I'll let Qinghe Divine Emperor distribute these to you later as compensation. Pill Divine, Yi, you killed most of the Aquarius race. We can't take these cultivation resources. Someone said immediately. Su Feng got out and said, Pill Divine, Yi, these storage rings are pretty much your battle loot. If it wasn't for you, not many divine emperors would have even survived. Su Feng wasn't bullshitting on this. When Kong Han Divine Emperor came to stop the battle, the Aquarius race had the lower hand. If the human race had the lower hand, would Kong Han Divine Emperor come out in time to stop them? No one knew. A Tao Actualization Peak Stage Divine Emperor bowed to Yimo and said, Pill Divine, Yi, the reason that the human race can even speak here is completely due to Pill Divine Yi. Otherwise, we will have no right to talk. Pill Divine, Yi selflessly took out 30 Tao Fruit Tower spots to share between us. I was lucky to get one. For us humans who stay in the Void Marketplace long term, not having a leader is the scariest thing. We beg that Pill Divine, Yi be the leader of the human race, and please tell us if there are any other requirements for entering the Tao Fruit Tower. This Tao Actualization Peak Stage didn't even talk about the battle loot, but everyone could tell that the reason human race had some status was due to Yimo. If they still wanted a share of the loot, it was too over the line. Yimo understood. what this Tao Actualization Divine Emperor meant. He thought of a while. His original plan was that all Tao Actualization Divine Emperors who entered the Tao Fruit Tower and got Tao fruits would need to give some back to everyone. The way of giving back was for him to concoct pills. At the same time, those HWO wanted to go and had to pay some god crystals. But after that battle, Yimo's mindset changed. The reason he wanted to take part of the Tao fruits and god crystals was mainly for himself. But now he felt he needed to think for the human race. The human race's status in the void marketplace was low to a new extreme. He needed to think of ways to change this situation. Martial brother Yi, the divine Tao realm is broken. Even if you help the human race this time, what about next time? I feel that the human race need to gather and work together to defend against other races. Luo Qinghe said. He knew what the weakness of the human race was. The reason they weren't gathered was because they didn't have a leader. Now that Yi Mo appeared and got everyone's approval, Yi Mo had to stand up. Yi Mo knew what Luo Qinghe meant. If it wasn't that the divine Tao realm was so broken, he was planning to have a sect in the divine Tao realm. Why would he go back to the immortal realm? Yi Mo sighed. Pity the divine Tao realm is broken and can't be repaired. Otherwise, I would suggest everyone to go back to the divine Tao realm and have a home. The divine Tao realm was broken. If these divine emperors went back, where would they get the cultivation resources? Qin Xuanji suddenly walked up to Yi Mo and bowed. Martial brother Yi, it's not impossible to repair the divine Tao realm. Qin Xuanji's words shocked not only Yi Mo but everyone else. Divine Tao realm was the highest level realm, and it's said that the battle royale of primordial essence divine emperors was what broke the divine Tao realm. Luo Qinghe said desperately, Martial sister Xuanji, how to repair the divine Tao realm. As long as there's something I can do, I will do everything I can. Qin Xuanji said, the primordial essence divine emperors fought over the chaos tree and used the divine Tao realm as a battlefield. That's what broke the divine Tao realm. Later, I realized that the battle wasn't just over the chaos tree. Yimo's face went serious and said, be more specific. Yes, the primordial essence divine emperors of different races used the opportunity of fighting for the chaos tree to set the battleground at the divine Tao realm. The primordial essence divine emperors of the divine Tao realm were in conflict, and no one cared about this. In the wake of the chaos tree, everything else didn't matter. In the end, more and more primordial essence divine emperors came to the divine Tao realm. When the divine Tao realm was shattered, those few human primordial essence divine emperors woke up, but it was too late. It's said that there were still 5 human primordial essence divine emperors at the divine Tao realm. Those 5 primordial essence divine emperors were killed by the joined forces of other race primordial essence divine emperors. I don't know if people got away, but even if some did, their cultivation foundation would have been destroyed. What about the primordial essence divine emperor of other races? Luo Qinghe asked. The other primordial essence divine emperors were heavily injured. That's why there are rarely any primordial essence divine emperors these days. They're all either perfecting their own world or recovering. Qin Xuanji said. Yi Mo said slowly, tell us how to repair the divine Tao realm first. Qin Xuanji nodded. The news I got was that the divine Tao realm meridian was broken. In order to repair the divine Tao realm, one had to use the world mountain as the divine Tao realm's meridian and use the world tree to provide the divine Tao realm with life force. Only that would repair the divine Tao realm. Isn't the world tree the chaos tree? Luo Qinghe said, and then showed a disappointed face. He was more confident than others in repairing the divine Tao realm. First, he was Eternity Divine Emperor. Second, he had Chaos Tree. Whether he was willing to use it depended on him. Third, he had seen the world mountain. Perhaps he would be the only one who can find it. As soon as Yemo said this, Luo Qinghe yelled, "Sect leader Yi, Luo Qinghe is willing to join Divine Tao sect and return to the Divine Tao realm." Sect leader Su Feng is willing to join Divine Tao sect. Qin Xuanji is willing to join the Divine Tao sect. Shan Mu is willing to join the Divine Tao sect. Xian Yushue. In a short while, a few hundred people joined the Divine Tao sect. Yi Emo said happily, "Very well. Today, the Divine Tao sect is established. I've got 100 or so storage rings from the Aquarius race. The things inside will be the resources for setting up our sect. Luo Qinghe, Su Feng, and Qin Xuanji will be the first, second, and third vice sect leader. After this, we'll buy the materials for building a sect in the Void Marketplace and bring back the humans who are willing to return to the Divine Tao realm and build the sect." The great Sun God Mountain's Tao Essence Divine Emperor's face went pale. If the Divine Tao sect is built, even 30 divine sects won't be able to take on Divine Tao sect, much less 3. Suddenly, Yi Emo stared at the great Sun God Mountain Tao Essence Divine Emperor and said, "On the account that you didn't run away from the conflict with the Aquarius race, I'll let you go on the past conflicts. But once you go back, go tell that great Sun God Mountain half primordial essence, if he dares to spirit control the entire Divine Tao realm, I will turn him to dust." "Yes, I understand," the Tao Essence Divine Emperor quickly said. This was a huge joy that Yi Emo let him go due to the Aquarius race conflict. As for whether the great Sun God Mountain Tao Essence Divine Emperor would listen to Yi Mo's message, that wasn't his problem. He knew it wasn't quite likely the other Tao Essence Divine Emperor was halfway primordial essence. "Sect leader, after the Tao Fruit Tower, you're not going back to the Divine Tao realm with us?" Luo Qinghe asked. Yi Emo said, "I have some things to do. At the same time, I know where the world mountain is. I'll go search for it. Before you guys go back, I will leave some God pills for you guys to take back." "Sect leader, you know where the world mountain is?" Su Feng and them asked at the same time. If Yi Emo found it, then even if they didn't find Eternity Divine Emperor, they could still repair the meridian of the Divine Tao realm if one of them reached primordial essence. That way, even without the world tree, the Divine Tao realm wouldn't be like this. "I've seen it, but I'm not certain." Yi Emo said, "Sect leader, I've heard them all call you Pill Divine. I wonder what Pill Divine you are?" Qin Xuanji asked, while everyone was excited. Yi Emo wasn't scared of these two, but the light heart was too precious. If he exposed it, he wouldn't be able to stay alive. "No, I'm still Tao Actualization Divine Emperor. I'm a Pill Divine. Otherwise, I would want to go to the Tao Fruit Tower too," Yi Emo said casually. After realizing Yi Emo wasn't the person they were looking for, the two Divine Emperors lost interest. Yi Emo got up to leave. He knew he had to leave the Void Marketplace quickly. At this moment, the 3 vice sect leaders had arranged everything and came to Yi Mo's place. There were a total of 673 Divine Emperors and immortal friends going back to the Divine Tao realm with them. Sect leader Luo Qinghe was going to report more. Yi Emo waved his hand. "Wait, we don't need to be like this. Just call each other Marshall Brothers. Plus, I really do have some Marshall Brother relationship with you." Luo Qinghe looked at Yi Emo in confusion and asked, "Marshall Brother Yi, what do you mean?" Yi Emo smiled. "Have you been to Luo, you continent Marshall Brother Qinghe, or did you ascend from there?" Luo Qinghe got up in surprise and joy. "Marshall Brother, Yi knows of Luo, you continent. I ascended from there, but because I've been a solo cultivator, I didn't have sect heritage. I found a piece of a god cultivation chant, and I used that to ascend to the immortal realm." "How did you know I came from the Luo, you continent?" because I ascended from Luo Yu continent too. The Qinghe god cultivation chant you left behind was found by a sword cultivator called Su Changji. The latter part was missing. So I filled it up for you. Yi Mo said. Luo Qinghe already felt warm when Yi Mo said he was from Luo Yu continent. Now that Yi Mo said he edited the cultivation method for him, Luo Qinghe felt even better. He asked desperately, "How is my disciple's talent? What's his cultivation level now?" Yi Mo laughed. "You only left a part of a sword chant, and you want to be master. It's not that easy." "Martial brother Yi, aren't we in the same sect now?" Luo Qinghe said, awkwardly. Yi Mo smiled. "I won't fight over disciple with you. I call Su Changji Martial brother Su. We'll teach our own disciples." Luo Qinghe said in embarrassment. "No wonder, martial brother. Ye let martial brother Qinghe be the first sect leader. You're already related." Qin Xuanji joked. Yi Mo sighed. He already told them about how he came from the immortal realm. Hearing that Yi Mo built a Mo-Yu immortal sect in the immortal realm, they've long wanted to go see. The group chatted for a while before Su Feng said, "Martial brother, I've counted the Aquarius race storage ring. There's 17 extreme grade god artifact, the rest or half extreme grade or top grade Ta. There's also a fake primordial spirit artifact. There's 19 small worlds, countless materials, and god spirit herbs. There's 29, 3 billion top grade god crystals, 5 extreme grade god spirit range, 27 top grade god spirit range, and 29 middle grade and low grade god spirit range." Chapter 2183, Luo Yu Dao Fruit Shop. Chapter 2183, Luo Yu Dao Fruit Shop, Dao Fruit Tower, was the Chaos Tower. Although people often said it was in the Void Marketplace and belonged to it, but its actual location wasn't in the Void Marketplace. It was in the void between realms. There was only one way to the Dao Fruit Tower, and that was the entrance from the Void Marketplace. There was also a huge square at the entrance. It was the Dao Fruit Tower Square. Every time the Dao Fruit Tower opened, there would be all sorts of stalls. At the deepest part of the square was a teleportation formation to the Dao Fruit Tower. This teleportation formation wasn't set up by anyone. It was naturally here. Anyone who went in would be teleported to the first level of the Dao Fruit Tower. At this moment, the square was completely filled. The Dao Fruit Tower was open. Those who wanted to go in could enter now. Zhu Wuheng was nowhere to be seen during this period, but he came very early today. One didn't need any identity jade card to enter the Dao Fruit Tower. They can only enter the teleportation formation. Anyone can enter, but the teleportation will only happen once for 999 people. The 30 people of the human race were all here. However, Yi Mo was surprised to find that it wasn't just Zhu Wuheng, who was a Dao Nourishment Divine Emperor, but also Ji Shi, who was a Dao Nourishment Divine Emperor, and got a spot. Yi Mo immediately realized who gave it. Wang Nanshuang got 2 spots, and she gave one to Ji Shi. Yi Mo didn't want to say much about it. When Ji Shi saw Yi Mo look over, she quickly looked down. She was really scared Yi Mo would suddenly take her spot away. If Yi Mo did this, there was nothing she could do. The Great Sun God Mountain also had 3 spots, other than Dong, and there was 1 man and woman. They were also Dao Actualization Peak Stage. The people who bought the 13 spots came to the human race area too. There were from all sorts of races, and even an Aquarius race, but Yi Mo didn't care. Tian Rui and Kong Han came to the Dao Fruit Tower Square. Kong Han stood in the air and said loudly, "The Dao Fruit Tower is open. Can the divine emperors of different races stand separately? The god rank people stand separately too." Instantly, The space before the teleportation formation was split into tens of groups. Yi-Mo noticed that their group of 42 was huge. The biggest group was the God rank group. There were hundreds there. When Yi-Mo saw Wan Tong Tong, she saw Yi-Mo too. She quickly looked down, just like Ji-Shi. Clearly, she had heard of what Yi-Mo did at the Void Marketplace. If it wasn't for the Dao Fruit Tower, she would never appear here. Kong Han Divine Emperor looked at the people and said there's 999 spots, now that there's only 994 people here. The Void Marketplace will auction these 5 spots. Yi-Mo realized. No wonder Kong Han and Tian Rui were so eager to come. Such method of auction was way better than what he did. If he did this, he would get much higher price with all these people here. But Yi-Mo knew that was implausible. This was the Void Marketplace. If he did that, it would definitely offend the 2.5 primordial essence. In just 10 seconds, the 5 spots were gone. The price was more than 15 billion God crystals and 2 God spirit range. Yi-Mo was speechless. The 999 people were gathered and teleported away. Many merchant towers started to release their shop at obvious places in the square. They wanted to buy the Dao fruits. Some big merchant associations also sent people over too. Yi-Mo didn't go in the Dao Fruit Tower just so he could buy Dao Fruit Hay Race. He chose the most obvious place and built the largest shop, Luo Yu Dao Fruit Shop. It displayed all the fine details. What was most attractive was that they could help people who had Dao fruit concoct Dao fruit god pills. This was something only Dao actualization pill divines could do. The Dao fruit of the first level was 5-element heaven fruit. This Dao fruit could be concocted into 5-element Dao fruit god pill. It can help people learn 5-element god art. The fee is half the price. If pill concoction fails, there would be compensation. The second level had Fu Lu fruit. It was something more precious than Du Yuan I. It could be made into Buddha, Lu God, I pill. It can allow people to cultivate God eyes that at the extreme can let your eyes pierce a realm. This was also something that needed a top Dao actualization pill divine to concoct. There was still promise of compensation for failure. The third level Dao fruit was dustless fruit. The shop only bought it, as the Dao fruit couldn't be used in pill concoction. The fourth level Dao fruit was abstruse heaven fruit. It can be concocted into abstruse heaven pill. It was a pill to help learn God art. It was most suited for wind, ice, and lightning God art. The fifth was purple heaven Dao fruit. It helped Dao nourishment divine emperor break through to Dao actualization divine emperor. It can be made into purple heaven pill. The sixth level was flowing light fruit. It was a real Dao law fruit. Divine emperors could use this to learn laws of the universe, including space and time law. The shop only bought and didn't concoct pills with it. The seventh level was Qian essence fruit. To all the Dao actualization divine emperors in the tower, this was the most precious Dao fruit. Other than people like Yi-Mo, who didn't want to use Dao fruit to reach Dao essence divine emperor, no being below Dao essence could resist its temptations. This Dao fruit couldn't be concocted to pills. The shop was willing to pay heavy price and negotiate terms. The 8th level was heaven martial void breaking fruit. This was more precious than Qian essence fruit, but less valuable to cultivators, as this was a martial Dao fruit. It couldn't be used in pill concoction too. The 9th level was primordial essence dusk fruit. The Dao essence woman suddenly said, "There's also dragon and phoenix race." Even Kong Han Divine Emperor wouldn't be able to let demon, abyssal, and Aquarius race give over such a good spot. The Luo Yu shop isn't simple. Suddenly the woman looked at the door of the shop with disbelief. "Elder Pu, what did you notice?" The young castle master asked quickly. The Tao Essence Divine Emperor belonged to the Tsang Su Tao Exchange Social, and not the Shadow Void Castle. They were cooperating. If the owner of the shop is the person who just came out, I've seen him, and I know a little about him. The Tao Essence Divine Emperor said. Lu Tai felt the Tao Essence Divine Emperor's tense tone and asked carefully, Elder Pu, is his origin big? The woman shook her head. He's indeed a human divine emperor from the divine Tao realm. When I first saw him, he only seemed to be Tao nourishment, but now he's Tao actualization. He definitely hid his power. Immortal friends Pu, where did you see him? The Shi Tao Essence asked. At the Tsang Su Tao Exchange Social. He had a lot of good things, and then had conflict with Demon Tao Essence Mo Fu over the 9-star bamboo. He was stopped at the Immortal Rest Tower for nearly 3 years. After 3 years, this person left, and Mo Fu left with him. The woman said, Then what happened? Did Elder Fu follow them? The young castle master asked. He knew she would definitely go check. She nodded. Yes, I did. I ended up seeing Mo Fu's broken magic artifact. Ever since then, I've never seen Mo Fu again, but today I saw that human divine emperor again. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip, you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2185, Want Ye Mo's Stall. Chapter 2185, Want Ye Mo's Stall. He killed Mo Fu? The young castle master asked in surprise. And then he said, No wonder Sidu Hong wants to stir up trouble. Young castle master, I feel that Sidu Hong probably doesn't know that he killed Mo Fu. If Sidu Hong knew, that then even if the stall owner knew Tian Rui Divine Emperor, Sidu Hong wouldn't be letting him sit there. The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor called Su Wan said. The young castle master nodded. Since we know he is, we can let him have his way. Give him a small space and pay him some God crystals compensation. A human race Tao Essence Divine Emperor is not much to me. The Shi Tao Essence Divine Emperor and Su Lan Tao Actualization Divine Emperor didn't say anything hearing this, but the female Tao Essence Divine Emperor said, Young Castle Master, I think it's best that we don't start trouble. If the human race Divine Emperor only had that much power, Sidu Hong wouldn't be using your hands to kill him. The reason she said this was because she had this deep concern with Yi Mo. She hadn't seen the exact fight between Yi Mo and Mo Fu, but she saw the void formation flags Yi Mo left behind. This meant that Yi Mo used formations to kill Mo Fu. The reason Yi Mo had to use formations was because he was weaker than Mo Fu. Someone who was weaker than Mo Fu used all sorts of means to kill him. How could he not know the danger of taking such a stall on the Tao Fruit Tower Square? However, she had tried persuading the young castle master. She wasn't a part of the Shadow Void Castle. She already said what needed to be said. What the young castle master did was his choice. Lu Tai smiled. Elder Pu, don't worry. This thing definitely won't get Tsang Su Tao Exchange Social involved. Plus, with such a huge shop, we'll definitely earn big this time. Situ Hong isn't necessarily starting trouble between us. He doesn't dare not to take into account my father. Plus, how much benefits has Situ Hong taken from Xing Hong? It's normal that he's embarrassed to offend Xing Hong. Just watch me. Pu Hoshi could only follow over. The reason Yi Mo was here alone was because he asked the rest of the people to buy all sorts of sect-building materials in the Void Marketplace. In order for them to not get abused, Yi Mo let Xiao he follow them. Although Xing Hong helped him a lot, there were many things he needed to go by himself. When Yi Mo came out of the shop, he saw Pu Hoshi. Even though the young castle master walked at the front, Yi Mo only knew her. Immortal friends, you're a human race pill divine, right? How may I refer to you? I'm from the Shadow Void Castle, Lu Tai. I'm the young castle master. Lu Tai saluted with his fists. Yi Mo immediately thought that Lu Tai came to ask him for pill concoction and saluted with his fists. I'm Yi Mo, is the young castle master here to ask me for pill concoction. In order to scare Yi Mo, Elder Shi used his strongest god, art, immediately. When he saw that Yi Mo couldn't even stay awake in his time law, he knew that he overestimated Yi Mo. Pu Hoshi watched on the side in confusion. She didn't understand why Yi Mo couldn't even struggle. Elder Shi's hand grabbed at Yi Mo's neck, but when his hands were about to touch Yi Mo, he felt Yi Mo's neck move, and he grabbed on Yi Mo's shoulder. He didn't plan to kill Yi Mo. Other people thought the miss was nothing, but this Elder Shi knew very clearly this was extremely powerful space law. Elder Shi's hands grabbed on Yi Mo's shoulder, and this extremely powerful force came. He felt his fingers ache, and then there was a cracking sound. The Tao Essence Divine Emperor knew his fingers had all broke. Then he saw a foot kick on his face. He was kicked flying without resistance. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2186, Shocking News. Chapter 2186, Shocking News. When this Tao Essence old man flew out, half his face was destroyed by Yi Mo's kick. He was shocked, but at the same time rejoiced that Yi Mo didn't kill him. Lu Tai looked at this scene in extreme shock. He felt his surroundings completely freeze. At the same time, he was grabbed by a huge god essence hand and thrown on the ground. Lu Tai was scared soulless. He had been careful enough, but he didn't expect this Yi Mo could easily smash away his Tao Essence Divine Emperor. This power was no weaker than his father. Young Castle Master Lu, I still don't want to give 90% of my stall to you. What do you think? Yi Mo looked at Lu Tai, who was under his foot, and said. Lu Tai finally realized why Yi Mo could have his stall here. Yi Mo had the power. Even Tao Essence was no match for him. Such stall was nothing. His life was in Yi Mo's hands now. He quickly said, Qian Bei, Wan Bei was ignorant. On the account that you stayed at my immortal rest tower for a few years, please show mercy. If it was some other divine emperor, he would be furious and embarrassed hearing this, but Yi Mo didn't. He was indeed grateful to that immortal rest tower. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be willing to give him 10%. That's why Yi Mo didn't kill Lu Tai, and the Tao Essence next to him. Immortal friends on that account, please don't attack. Pu Hoshi was worried seeing Lu Tai was stomped on the ground. She helped Yi Mo before at the Tao Exchange social. Yi Mo didn't keep stepping on Lu Tai, but didn't let him go either. He looked at Pu Hoshi and said, since he's in my hands, name a price. I'm willing to pay 10 billion god crystals. Lu Tai immediately said before Pu Hoshi could speak. Pu Hoshi sighed. She could tell that Yi Mo didn't plan to kill Lu Tai. Otherwise, he could just kill Lu Tai, and all his belongings would be his. In such situation, Yi Mo would be settled with at most 5 billion god crystals. But now, this young castle master said 10 billion. Hearing this, Yi Mo envied the wealth of the Shadow Void Castle. 10 billion was no small number, but this Lu Tai gave it out so easily. Seeing Lu Tai take out a storage ring, Yi Mo let go off the pressure and yelled, piss off. Yes, Lu Tai quickly charged out of the range of the shop and went with the other divine emperors of the castle to a corner at the square. Pu Hoshi heard Yi Mo's sound transmission before she left, telling her to keep her mouth tight. How could she not know now that Yi Mo killed Mo Fu? Even if Yi Mo didn't tell, she wouldn't dare to spread things. That bastard! How dare he set me up? Lu Tai cursed. If he still didn't know by now that he was set up by Situ Hong, he would be an idiot. Situ Hong clearly wanted Yi Mo to kill him, but Yi Mo didn't. Lu Dao Essence had recovered his injuries and said in confusion that Sidu Hong probably has some conflict with Yimo, so he set up young Castle Master to attack Yimo. Yimo killed Demon Race Dao Essence Divine Emperor, and so they want us to fight with Yimo, and then I would call my father over. Then my father would fight Yimo while they watched. The Lu Dao Essence Divine Emperor nodded. It's probably so. If they called a half primordial essence, first it would take too long. Second, they would have no reason to fight. After all, being killed at the Dao Fruit Tower distribution was normal. The human race had killed countless human race divine emperors. Luckily, young Castle Master was calm. Now, we just lost some god crystals. Pu Hoshi sighed. The Aquarius race is a precedent. They might have had conflict with Yi Mo, but it wasn't to the point of large-scale battles. They were definitely set up by the demon race. The young Castle Master did the right thing. We just lost some god crystals. Hearing two Dao Essence Divine Emperors compliment him, Lu Tai felt great about himself and nodded. We'll pretend we don't know this. After we buy enough Dao fruits, we'll go back to the castle and tell this to my father. A few days later, Qiao He, Xianyu Shui, Gu Biying, and a few more human race divine emperors came back. In a few days, they've spent most of their god crystals, and the materials for sect building were pretty much prepared. Seeing more and more human divine emperors come to Yi Mo's stall, Lu Tai rejoiced even more that he did the right thing. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2187 Dao Fruit Tower closes S. Chapter 2187 Dao Fruit Tower closes S. There were a lot of Dao fruits in the Dao Fruit Tower, but the time allowed in was too short, only 10 days. Powerful people could charge up to the 7th level in the 10 days, but weaker ones could only stay below 7th level. Those weak and unlucky ones might still be on the 2nd level after 10 days. Yi Mo didn't go in because the time was short, and he knew his Dao vindication path. If he went in, those Dao waves would affect his own Dao. 10 days passed in an instant. On the 10th day, even the extremely spacious Dao Fruit Tower Square was full. Kong Han and Tian Rui, Divine Emperor, came to the Dao Fruit Tower Square. Yi Mo thought even if there were halfway primordial essences to come, there would just be a few, but now Yi Mo realized he was wrong. A few powerful spirit sense scanned outside his restriction. Yi Mo knew that this was people no weaker than Kong Han Divine Emperor. Not only so, Yi Mo saw the 2 half primordial essences at the auction. Their spirit sense was very familiar. Yi Mo guessed that there were at least 6 halfway primordial essences at the square. One of them entered the Aquarius race, and another entered the Beast race stall. Yi Mo watched the Aquarius won the most. No matter what, he definitely knew the conflict between the human and Aquarius race. The reason they didn't attack yet was one, to show respect to the Void Marketplace, but another reason was to let him buy the Dao fruits for them. Realizing this, Yi Mo didn't worry anymore. If there was just 1 halfway primordial essence, it would be easy to deal with. If there were 2, things would be a bit troublesome. Luckily, he was prepared and made the buys needed. The black restrictions of the end of the square emitted white lights suddenly. These white lights rattled the black restrictions. The Dao Fruit Tower is about to close. People are coming out. The white light disappeared, and the black restriction was open. A few hundred Dao Actualization Divine Emperors quickly dispersed. A few Dao Actualization Divine Emperor immediately dashed out of the square and disappeared. Clearly, they're from the God rank. More stayed as they knew staying here was the safest. If they didn't have confidence, charging out of the Void Marketplace now was the stupidest action. Nearly 100 people went into the tower, but less than 900 came out. Yi-Mo scanned the human race Tao actualization divine emperors. 32 people went in, but 30 came out. Without a doubt, those two had died inside. Luo Qinghe, Qin Xuanji, Wang Nanshuang, Dong'an, and so all came out safely. None of them left the square, and all came to Yi-Mo's stall. Looking at their faces, Yi-Mo immediately knew that they harvested a lot. Martial brother, the greatest harvest for me this time is 2 Qian essence fruit. I also got 6 more Dao fruits on top of that, Luo Qinghe said excitedly. Yi-Mo immediately gathered the 30 divine emperors and said, those who got 5-element heaven fruit, Fu Lu fruit, abstruse heaven fruit, purple heaven Dao fruit came, leave the Dao fruit with me. I will concoct them into God pill. As for the other Dao fruits that can't be made into God pill, keep it yourselves. I was planning to collect enough Qian essence fruits and increase a few Dao essence divine emperors on our side, but now we can't do that. The 3 vice sect leaders lead the human race divine emperors back to the divine Dao realm and build the divine Dao sect. Su Feng asked in shock, did something happen? Yi-Mo said, not yet, but I guess soon. A halfway primordial essence came to the Aquarius race. He was very subtle, but I still noticed him. Halfway primordial essence. Some human divine emperors looked at each other. Halfway primordial essence was infinitely close to Tao vindication 3rd step. If the difference between 1st step and 2nd step was a deep ravine, then the difference between 2nd and 3rd step was endless. Seeing them look worriedly, Yi-Mo said calmly, don't worry, that half primordial essence is watching me. As long as I don't go, they won't go. I've already borrowed a void ship from Xing Hong. You can use it to go back to the divine Dao realm. I got 3 Qian essence fruit and a heaven martial void breaking fruit. Qin Xuanji was about to take out the Dao fruits. Yi-Mo quickly said, keep the fruits on you. You only need one of the Qian essence fruit. See who else in the sect needs it, and then make arrangements based on their contribution. Remember, if the Aquarius race really dares to attack the divine Dao realm, don't keep fighting if you can't beat them. One day, we'll get back at them. Yi-Mo made these arrangements and said to Qiao, immortal friends Qiao, if you trust me, then please go to the divine Dao realm. At the same time, give me the location of the Guanyuan Palace. After I'm done with things, I will go there and help with pill concoction. I will then go back to the divine Dao realm after finishing. Then you can leave the divine Dao realm. If it's fast, then it should be done in a decade. But even if it's slow, I wouldn't take more than 100 years. Qiao, he was helpless, but he knew that there was no way Yi-Mo would go with him before he finished his things. He had been searching for a powerful pill divine for 2 millennia. It was impossible to find a powerful Dao essence pill divine like Yi-Mo. Now that Yi-Mo asked him to go to the divine Dao realm, it was clearly for him to help the human race. If he didn't agree, Yi-Mo might not concoct pills for him. He had been with Yi-Mo for a while and understood Yi-Mo's character a little. Yi-Mo wasn't even scared of Aquarius race. There was no way he would be scared of the Guanyuan Palace. Thinking about this, Qiao, he took out a jade bead and said, this is a void location bead of the Guanyuan Palace. You can sense the palace from here in the void. The human divine emperors of the shop quickly left, and soon Yi-Mo was alone. His spirit sense was watching the Aquarius race. He found that the Dao essence divine emperor and half primordial essence didn't leave and felt assured. Now that he was alone, my plan to let Small Ginseng or Chiu rang out to help. Small Ginseng was Ice Ginseng King, but with countless Dao fruits here. Small Ginseng wouldn't cause people to fight over him immediately, but soon Yi found in joy that Mu Xiaoyan was out of solitary cultivation. She was Immortal Friend's peak stage now. The next thing for her was Tao vindication. Yi had this many Tao fruit and chaos chi in the Golden Page world. There was no worries at all. Yi immediately called out Mu Xiaoyan, and as soon as she came out, she came up and hugged Yi tightly. Husband, I don't want to go into solitary cultivation again. It had been a torture for Mu Xiaoyan all these years in the time formation disk. With her talent and all these resources, she definitely didn't need all these years to reach Immortal Friend's peak stage, but she missed Yi too much and would often wake up from solitary cultivation. She forced herself back into solitary cultivation. This was not the mindest for cultivation. Yi felt this and patted her back. Don't worry, Xiaoyan. You won't need to anymore. Your Immortal Friend's peak stage, but your Tao heart isn't full. It's not good for Tao vindication. You can stay with me for a while before you vindicate Tao. Mu Xiaoyan was like a tame cat. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2188, Collect Tao Fruit. Like crazy. Chapter 2188, Collect Tao Fruit. Like crazy. When Yi took Mu Xiaoyan out of the shop, there were nearly 100 people outside. Seeing this, Yi rejoiced. He could tell they came out from the Tao Fruit Tower. They definitely came to sell or ask him for pill concoction. Husband, are we at the Void Marketplace? What square is this? Why are there so many people? Mu Xiaoyan asked in shock, seeing so many Divine Emperors squeezed here. This is Void Marketplace, Tao Fruit Tower Square. I'm going to go in for pill concoction. You stay out and help me collect Tao fruits and give out pills. Yi said, Pill Divine Yi, is what's on your tablet true? I have 2 abstruse heaven fruit. I want to ask you to concoct abstruse heaven pill. Pill Divine Yi, I have a purple heaven Tao fruit. I want to trade for 5 God Cloud pill. Pill Divine Yi, most people trusted him as he had a stall here before. Immortal Friends, of course what's on Yi sign is true. Even if you just give me 1 Tao fruit and I destroyed it in pill concoction, I'll compensate you. Then Yi continued, I'll put it out now. The number of pills per cauldron is 9. If it's 2 of the same Tao fruit, then you get 9 pills. If it's just 1 Tao fruit, then 4 pills. Remember to prepare the supplementary God Spirit herb yourselves. If I have to provide it, then you have to pay more God crystals or take less God pills. Yi knew that in terms of buying with God crystals, he was probably the weakest here. Any merchant shop here had more God crystals than him. He probably only had about tens of billions, but any merchant shop here had more than 100 billion. He could only use God pill to get Tao fruits. With his current power, he can easily concoct 12 pills per cauldron. Saying 9 was still extremely amazing in the Void Marketplace. Usually, those who get 6 pills per cauldron were extremely powerful pill divines. Okay, I'll come first. I have 2 abstruse heaven fruits. The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor at the front said. Even if it was just 6 pills, he would accept without hesitation. Yi took these 2 fruits and left things outside to Mu Xiaoyan. He went in first. Many people were here, but most of them just watched. Many people knew that Yi was pill divine, but the Tao fruit was too precious. What if this person destroyed it? Even if they killed Yi they wouldn't be able to get back their Tao fruits. Due to Yi-Mo's big sign and shocking content, more and more people came. There would be at least 4,000 to 5,000 Tao fruits each time the Tao Fruit Tower opened. Some people didn't want to waste time going to higher levels, so they would collect more numbers of low-level Tao fruits. Yemo only used 5 minutes to finish a cauldron of abstruse heaven pill. Husband. Mu Xiaoyan saw Yemo come out and stood by Yemo nervously. She was Immortal Friend's peak stage, but no one here was Immortal Friends. They were all divine emperors. Pill divine, how is it? The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor asked nervously. Yemo took out a jade bottle and said, "It's done. Have a look." The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor opened and poured out a pill. Then he said in shock, 9 extreme grade abstruse heaven pills. He had never expected for extreme grade God pills to appear. He would be able to accept even middle grade. He quickly put the pills into the jade bottle and then left the crowd without even saying thank you. Everyone nearby saw this immediately. Mu Xiaoyun immediately became busy. All sorts of Tao fruit were sent over. Some Tao fruit, not even from the Tao fruit tower, came. Tao fruits became Yemo's and God pills stacked up in Yemo's storage ring. The divine emperors left happily with their jade bottles. Later on, more and more people came to ask for pill concoction. Half a day had passed. Yemo collected a few hundred Tao fruits. Xiaoyun, stop collecting Tao fruits. Yemo told Mu Xiaoyun to stop. Yemo could clearly feel many looks of animosity. Clearly, he overdid it. He collected that many Tao fruits all by himself. What would all the other shops and powers do? Plus, he felt he couldn't keep staying here. Mu Xiaoyun wasn't dumb. She was planning to remind Yemo, even if he didn't say it. Now that Yemo said this, she gave the Tao fruits to Yemo and stood on his side. Yemo took out the God pills he concocted and gave them out. Then Yemo saluted with his fists. Luo Yu Tao fruit shop is done buying now. Everyone please choose other shops. How can that do? It's not my turn yet. I didn't get a chance. I've been waiting for a long time. Pill divine, what's going on? When Yemo announced this, he clearly felt the killing intent chi dissipate by a lot. If Yemo didn't slaughter the Aquarius race, there would have long been people to challenge Yemo's stall. Yemo said apologetically, "I've been concocting for half a day. My sea of consciousness isn't holding up." When would pill divine, begin pill concoction again? Some people immediately asked, "I don't know. I'm going back for solitary cultivation. Maybe when I finish solitary cultivation." Yemo's words disappointed a lot of people, making them regret not coming here earlier. It was normal for a Tao Actualization Divine Emperor to go into solitary cultivation for a few 100,000 years. Who knew when he would come out? But no one dared to force Yemo to concoct pills. Those divine emperors could only put away their Tao fruits. Wait, just when Yemo was about to pack up his stall, a heavy voice stopped him. It was a man wearing black robes and a hat. Yemo could tell there was something with this hat. It was a top-level stealth magic artifact. What bewildered Yemo was that this man's power fluctuated between Tao Actualization and Tao Essence. Yemo guessed that this person could reach Tao Essence at any time. "You're looking for me?" Yemo asked. The man said heavily, "That's right. I have a business deal with you." Yemo nodded. "Come in then." He looked at Mu Xiaoyun. "Xiaoyun, come in." "She stay outside. I came to talk to you alone." The man's voice went cold. Hearing this, Yemo sneered. "Then don't talk about it. I'm going." Then Yemo packed up the sign. If he didn't feel this man wasn't simple, Yemo wouldn't even let him come in. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2189, Primordial Essence Dusk Frui. Chapter 2189, Primordial Essence Dusk Frui. This black-robed man didn't expect Yemo's attitude was this. Seeing Yi Mo start to pack away his sign, he could only say, "If you're not scared of exposing it, then she can come in. The thing I'm going to discuss will definitely benefit you, but if it's exposed, it would bring lethal disaster. Sit down and talk." Yi Mo pointed at a chair. He was a bit curious what would benefit him. The man sat down and took out a jade box onto the table and said, "Have a look at this first." Yi Mo opened the jade box. A powerful world-opening primordial essence chi came into his face. Yi Mo's spirit sense saw that it was a faint purple fruit in the jade box. Yi Mo closed the jade box and looked at this man in shock. "This is Dao Fruit Tower, Level 9, Primordial Essence Dusk Fruit." Seeing Yi Mo was only a little shocked, the man nodded with approval. "That's right, this is Primordial Essence Dusk Fruit." This was a Primordial Essence Dao Fruit. It could allow a Dao Essence learn the third step. One of this was invaluable, and yet this man could get one. Yi Mo was shocked, but Yi Mo wasn't going to rely on Dao Fruit to vindicate Dao. "I've heard the Primordial Essence Dusk Fruit never appeared. How did you get it?" Yi Mo asked. This Dao Fruit was attractive, but not something Yi Mo would do anything for. The man said, "Of course I got it in the Dao Fruit Tower. There's no wonder that the fruit hasn't appeared before. There's a secret in the Dao Fruit Tower. That is, those who picked Dao Fruit in the previous 8 levels wouldn't be able to get to the Nineth level no matter how strong they are. So, if you want to pick the Nineth level fruit, you must not pick any Dao fruit from level 1 to 8. Yi Mo realized. "No wonder. How did you know?" Yi Mo subconsciously asked. The man said slowly, "How I know isn't important. What's important is if you're interested in it or not. If you are, we can deal." "What do you want?" 11 Yi Mo asked. "I heard you're a Dao Essence Pill Divine. Did you concoct the cosmic Dao pill that appeared in the Void Marketplace before?" The black-robed Divine Emperor asked, and seemed a little nervous. Yi Mo nodded, "Indeed. I knew it." The man's face suddenly became excited, and then asked, "Do you have more cosmic Dao pill?" Then, as though fearing Yi Mo would deny, he added, "The Void Marketplace Merchant Tower got 6 and sold it all out. I've been watching you for a while. I know that each cauldron you definitely have more than 9 pills. This means that you have more than 3 cosmic Dao pills on you. You're planning to use Primordial Essence Dusk Fruit to get my cosmic Dao pills?" Yi Mo realized but was extremely shocked. One Primordial Essence Dusk Fruit was countless times more precious than cosmic Dao pill. This person was about to reach Dao Essence Divine Emperor. Was he dumb to do this deal? Yi Mo scanned his spirit sense on this black-robed man, and moments later, Yi Mo realized this person probably had some problems breaking through to Dao Essence. He wasn't Dao Actualization, nor Dao Essence. He was in quite an awkward predicament. If he couldn't solve this problem quickly, his foundation would collapse, and he would never be able to progress. Compared to the Qian Essence Fruit, the Cosmic Dao Pill had something more precious. Because it was concocted from Cosmic Lotus, it had this void space Dao wave. This Dao wave would allow the user to remove unnecessary learnings before they learned Dao Essence Dao. It would allow the user's Dao to be in this void state and then learn Dao Essence. The Qian Essence Fruit allowed one to feel the Dao Essence Dao at Dao Actualization peak stage level. This black-robed man, for some reason, learned partial Dao Essence Dao wave before he was ready. This Dao wave wasn't something he needed, so he needed the Cosmic Dao Pill to remove this unnecessary learning and learn Dao Essence again. Realizing this, Yi Mo didn't feel strange. This person was like someone who was about to die of thirst in the desert. If he was to choose between 1 kg of water and 1 kg of gold, he would definitely choose water. The man returned to being calm and said, "That's right. I do want to use the Primordial Essence Dusk Fruit to exchange for your Cosmic Dao Pill." Of course, you know the value primordial essence dusk fruit is countless times better than the cosmic Tao pill, so you need to make some compensations too. Yi Mo didn't speak. If this person wasn't so desperately after the cosmic Tao pill, he would be willing to make some compensations, but now he didn't. Yi Mo wanted to use the primordial essence dusk fruit to trade for one cosmic Tao pill. Seeing Yi Mo not talk, the black-robed man said, "Give me 10 billion God crystals and 50 Tao fruits, as well as 2 cosmic Tao pills." Yi Mo almost laughed in anger. This guy really dared to ask. "Don't you think your request is too absurd?" Yi Mo sneered. The man said, "No, why are primordial essence divine emperors so rare? It's because they have no fortune. This Tao fruit is the fortune. Those who want to become primordial essence divine emperor would pay many times more just to get the Tao fruit." The man's tone changed. "I know you're strong, but if I spread the word pill divine, you got a primordial essence dusk fruit, do you know the consequences? Even if you don't have it, those halfway primordial essence wouldn't let you go simply." "You're threatening me?" Yimo's tone went cold. The man didn't care. "If you think I'm threatening you, then it is." "Oh, in that case, when I go out, I'll say you have at least 2 primordial essence dusk fruit. Wouldn't you be facing greater danger than me?" Yi Mo said. The black-robed man said without fear, "Go ahead, no one knows who I am." Yi Mo laughed. "No one knows who you are. Even if you didn't care about the first 8 levels, not anyone can get into the 9th level. Tao actualization, and want to get to the 9th level. I can't find anyone else other than top 3 of God rank. From your looks, I'm guessing you're Taishu Shi, God rank number 1. Then Yi Mo suddenly got up. "Perhaps I can go say it now." "Leave, I'm going to pack up my stall and promote this news." Seeing Yi Mo leave without even looking at the primordial essence dusk fruit, the black-robed man was worried. He quickly got up and gritted his teeth. "I'll trade with you. 1 primordial essence dusk fruit for 1 cosmic Tao pill." Yi Mo looked calmly at him. "When did I tell you I was going to do that? The primordial essence dusk fruit doesn't have much use for me. If you want to say I have it, then go ahead." Ha! The black-robed man was truly worried this time. Yi Mo didn't want to take such huge advantage. The man calmed down quickly. He realized he was no match for this pill divine Yi in terms of business. Thinking about this, he said, "Genuinely, I was Tao actualization peak stage, and when I entered the 9th level, I was infected by the primordial essence dusk fruit trees, primordial essence chi. I was automatically going to learn the Tao waves. If my foundation wasn't deep, I would _V exploded from the Tao chi. I _V suppressed it, but I am now at a state where I can't reach Tao essence. I can only use the cosmic Tao pill to remove the messy Tao chi." It was just as he guessed. Yi Mo thought to himself, this 9th level was so powerful. It seemed that even if he went, he probably couldn't escape such fate. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. You're tuning in to the Mystic Fist YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.